Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Mythkiller Productions. As always, I will be your host, SiriMythkiller, as we start a new-to-me game called Stardew Valley. This independently developed game is very similar to the Harvest Moon franchise, but expands on and includes new activities for players, and is actually has a more complicated storyline with multiple endings. I have actually played through the first year on a test file just to make sure this is something that I wanted to share with you, and this game has just blown me away. It's simple yet engaging, and it's really easy to get sucked in. Interestingly enough, I can kill a season in a few hours, which actually makes it one of the most fast-paced games I own story-wise. But enough of that, let's jump into Stardew Valley. While I started with the standard farm on my other profile, I'd actually like to go ahead and do the Riverland farm for this. It's spread across several small islands and riverbanks, and fish are more common than usual. In the early game, fishing is the easiest way to make money. I actually found myself being very, very poor the first year, kind of scraping by, and I'd like to go ahead and actually make some more money so that I can actually do more things in the first year. Since this is a timed game, it is very, very important to do as much as you can on that first year. So we are now all set up and we are ready to start. And here is our sickly grandfather on his deathbed. And for my very special granddaughter. I want you to have this sealed envelope. No, 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 don't open it yet. Have patience. Now listen close. There will come a day when you feel crushed by the burden of modern life. And your bright spirit will fade before a growing emptiness. When that happens, my dear, you'll be ready for this gift. Now let Grandpa rest. And some number of years later, we are working for the company Joja-Mart. And they're basically like a super evil, powerful corporation. There's me, being very bored. Please notice the skeleton on the far right. Dear Siri, if you're reading this, you must be in dire need of a change. The same thing happened to me long ago. I'd lost sight of what mattered most in life. Real connections with other people and nature. So I dropped everything and moved to the place I truly belong. I've enclosed the deed to that place, my pride and joy, Mythkiller Farm. It's located in Stardew Valley on the southern coast. It's the perfect place to start your new life. This was my most precious gift of all, and now it's yours. I know you'll honor the family name, my dear. Good luck. Love, Grandpa. P.S. If Louis is still alive, say hi to that old guy for me, will ya? Okay, yep. So we just kind of hop on a bus with what little we seem to own, and we are off to Stardew Valley. Hello, Robin. Hello, she says. You must be Siri. I'm Robin, the local carpenter. Mayor Lewis sent me here to fetch you and to show you the way to your new home. He's there right now, tidying things up for your arrival. The farm's right over here, if you'll follow me. And I kind of apologize for how loud things are to start with. I will get that fixed as soon as I can get into the settings. This is the farm. It's kind of a mess at the moment. What's the matter? Sure, it's a bit overgrown, but there's some good soil underneath that mess. With a little dedication, you'll have it cleaned up in no time. And here we are, your new home. Ah, the new farmer, says Mayor Lewis. Welcome, I'm Lewis, Mayor of Pelican Town. You know, everyone's been asking about you. It's not every day that someone new moves in. It's quite a big deal. So, you're moving into your grandfather's old cottage. It's a good house, very rustic. Yeah. Rustic? That's one way to put it. Crusty might be a little more apt, though. Rude! Says Mary Lewis. Don't listen to her, Siri. She's just trying to make you dissatisfied so that you'll buy one of her house upgrades. Humph, says Robin. Anyway, you must be tired from your long journey. You should get some rest. Tomorrow, you ought to explore the town a bit and introduce yourself. The townspeople would appreciate that. I'm sure they would. Oh, I almost forgot. If you have anything to sell, just place it in this box here. I'll come by during the night to collect it. Well, good luck. And so we begin our first day in Stardew Valley. And pretty much the first thing I always do is check the fortune teller. This becomes very important later on as far as foraging and dealing with monsters in the mines. So they're a little perturbed today and they're going to make my life difficult. Next, I'll either check the Queen of Sauce, which teaches you recipes, or Living Off the Land, which can give you some tips on all sorts of different things. Chop wood and search for wild forage to earn some cash while waiting on your first harvest. I save, like, all of my wood, because Robin's upgrades are really expensive. So, we got some parsnip seeds. Here's a little something to get you started from Mayor Lewis. Okay. So, first things first, we're going to run out here, and we're immediately going to try to clean up some of this mess after we adjust these very loud settings. We're going to fix that real quick, back up a little bit. I do not want to do that. I want to be able to move my mouse. Let's just knock this down a bit. It. Okay, I think those are the only things I usually change. I'm even gonna bump this music down just a little bit more because some of the other musics are like really loud. Okay, hopefully you're able to hear me a little better, and we're gonna go ahead and get started here. So we gotta make sure this cleared out. It's really kind of a shame. I kind of should have probably saved that for a silo, but I need this area cleaned out pretty quick. So I'm just gonna start a little farm over here. First thing. So as soon as it hits 9 o'clock, we will head into introduce ourselves specifically to the store. Oh crap, I'm used to having a ring that draws things to me. This is terrible. I'm gonna lose so much stuff in the water. Will you stop dropping my stuff in the water? Okay, so we have a nice little area cleared. These little worm dudes, if you hoe them up, you will get items. In this instance, it's an artifact. The curator of the local museum might want to know about this. So the center pad opens up our journal, which is basically our little missions. So we need to meet 2 of 28 people. That actually takes a few days, because some people are really difficult to find. And then we need to cultivate and harvest a parsnip, which will take 5 days. And we will have to visit Gunther at the museum. So, first and foremost though, we usually put a fence rail there, and if it's shadowed, you can't dig there, which is kind of annoying. I'm kind of weird, at least originally. I do things in sets of 4, and we're probably just gonna plant about half of these in one go. I didn't want to put that there. Why save a space? Alright, so that'll get us started. On the 5th day of spring, we will have a lovely batch of parsnips, and hopefully by that time we will also have some fertilizer and some different crops as well. And, okay. Actually, first things first for me, we need 50 wood. We have 8. And it is 10 o'clock. So we actually better go meet as many people in town as we can. This little area is nice. It almost always has a little dude. And you find books, which have all sorts of tips and tricks in the library as well. And items that can be foraged look slightly different than the rest of their surroundings. So I'm going to grab this leek. We got dandelions. Up. Right. I'm also used to having a larger inventory, so let me go set some of this stuff down. Alright, here we are in Pelican Town. So we have the doctor's office. Let's see if Harvey is in residence. He is. Some doors we can open, some doors will tell us that we can't. You're not good enough friends with Harvey to enter his bedroom. We're going to speak to Mr. Harvey here. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Harvey, the local doctor. Hi, Harvey. You're a very nice person. Okay. Oh, Sam! Sam! Before you go to work, Sam! This is Sam. He is one of the marryable individuals in the game. He's kind of a music nerd, and he's pretty actually cool. He's very nice as well. This is Maureen, the lady who runs the big farm where you can buy all your animals. This is Leah. She's an artist who lives under Maureen's farm. She lives out kind of in the woods. This is the bulletin board. There are only 28 days in each season, which is kind of awful. And then Mayor Lewis's birthday, all these other people that we have to meet. And then festivals are marked with these little flags. The egg festival is pretty fun, and then the flower dance is also neat. I'm hoping I can possibly be good enough friends with someone by the time we get to that I will have a date to that, but it is very, very difficult to do so the first year. So we're going to step into Pierre's. This is his daughter, Abigail. She is also a marriable individual. She's kind of a free-spirited, adventurous girl. And this is his wife, Caroline. And that was my dog. Excuse me, Leah. And this is Mr. Pierre, who owns this store. Okay, so we have parsnip seeds. I'm gonna buy one more so I have enough for Rose. I'm gonna buy 4 green bean starters. And I have a full inventory again. Gosh dang it. Oh, I can sell these to him. Usually if you can sell items to individuals, they sell for a little bit more than what you would get from the box. So I'm gonna take 4 cauliflower seeds, and I am tapped out already. Yikes. I hate being poor. It's awful. Okay, let's see who all else we can talk to this morning. You can rifle through trash cans. It's best not to do it when anybody's paying attention. Alex is the jock. He's very much into sports, and he's okay. He's living with his grandparents, Miss Evelyn, who is a sweetheart, and George, who is really grouchy. Who else do we have in town at the moment? Stardrop Saloon might be open. It's noon. Yep, okay. Here is the bartender, Gus. He's a pretty chill dude. Forgot he's also a chef. I think he's the only one in here right now. See? You can get stuff from trash cans. That's a Joja-Cola. The mayor is not in residence. Let's see. We're gonna run to the museum because I'm over here at the moment. Gunther is probably in there. Ta-da! Alright. Abysmal, Gunther says. Not a single piece in the entire collection. Well, you're gonna have a piece now. What's this? You found something. Let me see it. Remarkable. It's very old. I'd love to study this in greater detail, but it is yours. I've got a favor to ask you. Would you consider donating any new artifacts or minerals that you find? We can make a groundbreaking discovery together. Oh, and who knows, if you keep donating, I might come across some interesting items to send your way. Donating to the museum is one of the best ways to actually get some of the more difficult to make or difficult to acquire items. So we definitely want to donate any new items we get. Oh, excuse me. Dang it. Alright. So, you can pretty much pick wherever you want to place it. I think I put mine here the first time. Alright, and we got 250 gold for starting that. And then you can come and check out the books. I've only really found a handful that were, super helpful. Most of them are about, legendary kinds of fish, where to find them, kind of some different things like that. This is Clint. He is the blacksmith. All of his stuff is really expensive, so you can upgrade your tools, which is really, really expensive. 2,000 and copper bars. Yeah, you basically have to, anytime you're upgrading something, you have to supply all the materials and the money, which is kind of annoying, but you can see how it's very easy to be very poor in this game. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and pick up, probably, yep, that's all I'm gonna have space for. he's not here. He'll be back tomorrow. This is why it takes a couple days to meet people. Okay. There's also different places like this bridge that you have to either have upgraded tools to access, or in this case, you have to fix it yourself with 300 pieces of wood. The ocean has all the biggest and most expensive fish. Oh, hi, Elliot. He is also kind of an artsy person. He lives in that little shack down on the beach. I like him very much. He's hilarious. Who else are we missing? I haven't seen Penny or the kids. Hello? Anybody home? Anybody that I haven't talked to? Maybe not? Nope, okay. Let's see. Where is everybody? It's only 4 o'clock. Come back. Jody! Okay. Jody is very nice as well. She's Sam's mom. And she has a younger son named Vincent, who I believe is probably still in school-ish. Do you see that trash can? Oh, and there's Penny and Maru. Maru, is one of Robin's kids. And Penny is a very sweet, shy girl who is kind of the de facto school teacher. And that right there is her mom, Pam, who's somewhat of an alcoholic. Let's see. Anybody else around here? Okay. Probably the last stop for today will be the old community building, but it's locked, so I can't get in there at the moment. Well, fine. I guess we'll just go home and plant some more crops. Okay, so we gotta get another thing of crops, another couple things of crops actually set up. And you see the energy bar in the lower right-hand corner. In the beginning, it's kind of low, and it goes down very quickly. As you gain proficiency in your items, it won't take as much energy to use them. Excuse me. Let's see. Green beans have to be on a pole, and so they can actually get in the way. So we will plant those here instead. Maybe. Hello? Why can't I plant that there? Thank you. And that is actually a lot better crop than I started with on my original. So things that are planted on poles, and things like tomatoes and corn and all that kind of stuff, that can actually be harvested multiple times. So it's very important to get those crops straight away as soon as you can. So we'll do a little more clearing here, and then that'll be it, I think, for our first day. Not a whole lot to do as far as fishing. Willie will probably be back tomorrow, I believe, is when he returns. And then we'll be able to actually utilize the purpose of our farm a lot better. Really kind of need to get 50 wood here. As you can see with each swing, my energy is going down quite a bit. It's super annoying in the beginning, because you just get so tuckered out so quickly. The scythe, and once we get the sword, those actually do not require any energy to use. Why that is, I don't really know. It's just a thing, apparently. I'm not sure what all kinds of fish I can actually catch here. There's lots of them that are specific to certain lakes and rivers and obviously the ocean. I'm assuming I can probably catch lake and river fish here. That would be my best guess. I really kind of want to get a chest made for the end of the evening, so I don't have to carry everything around with me all the time. And I just lost some more wood into the water. Almost there. Chop it down the other way. Hang on, stamina bar, hang on! Yep, as soon as it starts shaking, it's going to start telling me that I feel exhausted. And if you pass out, people will come and find you, but they will also charge you, basically. So it's very important to, like, never pass out. So triangle gets us our crafting menu, and we're just going to make a chest. And for now, I'm just going to throw away my sap, because at least in the beginning, it's not going to matter all that much. And now I can put everything that I am going to keep in here. I'm going to sell the Joja-Cola and the shell. And that right there will be our first day. Step in here. I always check the weather before I go to bed to see what it's going to be tomorrow. It's going to be beautiful and sunny. Great. Good. Let's go to sleep for the night. So each night we will find out just how much each item is worth, how much we collected, and then it'll give us our total. So leeks are 60, clams are 50. The Joja-Cola you usually get from fishing, so that's why it's stuck there. And then other things are like the fiber, the mixed seeds, random things that aren't really worth much money. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the first day of Stardew Valley. If you enjoyed the video, let me know with a like, comment what you'd like to see done differently. I know I love this game a lot, and there are a lot of tips and tricks that I don't know about yet, so if you have any of those, go ahead and share those below. If you'd like to see more Stardew Valley, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and as always, have a wonderful day.